Alright. So, there's no DLC, or not DLC. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's canon. I don't think there's an NPC out here. Not that I see. Okay. So, there's no one out here. Let's go back down to that town. See if there's anything over there. Painted World seemed a lot bigger than this, though. Painted World in Dark Souls 1. Like, yeah, there's the bridge, but, like, I don't know, like, it just seemed like there was a lot more in that Painted World. I get they're, like, different, you know, games and shit, but... Oh! Wait a second. I know who we have to go talk to. But we have to go talk to the girl that's up in the attic who is painting. We have to go talk to her and see what she says. Because I'm guaranteeing she has some dialogue. She kind of has to. We just killed what looks like to be her sister and brother, or...
Those who aren't kin to fire cannot paint a world. Those absorbed by fire must not paint a world. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten, Mother. I can hear the fire crackle, and soon I will see it. My thanks, Ashen One. I will finish the painting of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make a home for someone someday.
I'm guessing that crossbreed Priscilla?
My thanks I will of a cold, dark, and very gentle place, so that it might make...
Okay. Well, alright. That's interesting. So she's gonna finish the painting of the Painted World. I think Snowy Mountain Pass is where we need... No, Rope Bridge Cave is where we need to go. Rope Bridge Cave, we'll go down to the town. And that's like the only place we can go, because the first area of the game we went through very thoroughly. There's the bridge. We went to the depths of the painting, killed the optional boss. Yeah, so... I mean, in the Dark Souls 2 DLCs, there was a boss you had to fight, and then another boss you had to fight, which was the final boss of the game. And then you always had to go out of your way to find the optional boss. Like in Crown of the Sunken King, you had to fight Alana, and then Sin was right after that, and then Trio was optional. Crown of the Iron King, you had to fight... well, actually, I think both of the other bosses in that game were optional. Or in that DLC. You had to fight Fume Knight. And then I think those two bosses were both optional, if I'm not mistaken. Sir Alone and Smelter. I know Smelter definitely was. But even then, there's 3 bosses, and that was probably the most challenging one, or challenging DLC. And then the second or third one, you had to fight Ava. And then you had to fight fight Ivory King. Both one right after another, as long as you talk to Lana. And then we had Dual Cats, which was probably the most challenging boss of the entire Dark Souls 2 saga there of DLCs. Ice skating. But even in Dark Souls 1, like, you fight Sanctuary Gardener off the bat, then you have to fight Artorias, then you have to fight Manus, and then you beat the DLC. And if you find Calamite, it's optional. So I don't know. Okay, we went down there last time. I think this is the one place we didn't go yet. It's up here. Green Blossom. Huh. What's up, dude? This guy's standing here.
Oh, my, thank you. I can hear the crackling from here. The sound of my home. The painting of Ariandel. Burning away.
Yo, Tight Night Slab.
When the world rots, we set it afire. For the sake of the next world. It's the one thing we do right. Unlike those fools on the outside.
You gonna sell me shit?
When the world rots, it's the...
Is that really all you got to say? I think this game's giving me 3 freaking Titanite slabs. Yeah, because I started DLC with 2. I remember I was trying to get them all. Alright, so now you can get 11 slabs every new game. So there's only 2 NPCs, well, 3. Yeah. How do we get that soul packet? How do we get that soul packet, first of all? There's gotta be a way to get that one. How do we get up there? Gotta be a way to get up there. You got something hanging out of your butt there. I want to fix that shit. I want to fix that shit, bro. just chilling? Okay, if I can get on this roof, maybe. There's gotta be a way. Wait a second. Wait, no, that's broken. How do you get up here? Because I've been up there, but like that, you could walk that wall, but it's broken. I wasn't gonna slaughter any of you, but you made me do it. Oh, I see. Also, another thing with the DLC that's a little disappointing is the fact that there's really no hard open world enemies. Like, the hardest enemy was probably either Crowclaw guy or the rapier dudes. And even then, like, I wouldn't call it a challenge. Like, even though I have a strong build, like, there are main game enemies that are harder. Common main game enemies that are harder. Like Cathedral Knights in fucking Cathedral of the Deep are basically the same toughness as Claw. Soul. Wow, that's shitty. Not even actual good Titanite. Okay. So there's just that packet that I gotta jump and get. Crow quills. Oh, it's that fucking rapier. Yo. That is busted. So it's a slash, poke, poke, poke. Huh. That's neat. So the weapon art is bang bang, and then if you press R1 after, it jabs forward. But if you notice, he throws the daggers out. So he slices, throws, and then you press R2 after he pokes. It's kind of neat. C scaling and dex. Again, good weapon. A lot of the weapons in the DLC looks like they're gonna be pretty promising for. how weak we are. I don't even need this shit. But yeah, a lot of the weapons look very promising for DLC hype.
When the world...
Bro, can you say anything else? Point me to where this next boss is. Where's the Abyss Dragon? I keep hearing about this Abyss Dragon in all your weapon descriptions. I need to open this door. I didn't open that door. I'm just trying to think how they hid bosses in other DLCs. Bro, fuck you. Like, you're lucky you have a decent health pool. Like, if they would have put a couple of these guys here, like, maybe if they put, like, 2 or 3 of them here, that'd be a challenge. You could actually have to, like, stop and think about your approach, but, like, you can just go up to that guy and fucking slaughter his face. So let's go with, yo, fuck. These guys are just, like, fucking locked. They're trying to push me off cliffs and shit, being all mean. Give me something good. Alright, so that's... Wait. I think it's this. Wow, I didn't even have fucking... Oh, you bleed shit. How original. Yo, Slave Knight set. That's what the dude is wearing. This looks dope. Kind of looks like the Guardian from Honor or New Londo. Cloth hood issued to slave knights, colored red to vibrant signify their stature. Long ago, only the undead served as slave knights, warriors used as fodder in the bleakest of battles. They grew decrepit, their skin charred black, and their bones twisted. Eventually, they went outright mad, but were never relieved from duty. Let's read the armor piece. Armor issued to slave knights, the fine craftsmanship made this symbol of honor. Long ago, only the denser of battle, they grew decrepit. Okay. So it's probably like the same for everything. What is this? Let's read this. Black armor of Wilhelm, Knight of Londor. Nice fit for any lean hollow. Hollow Knight served the 3 sisters who founded the Sable Church, was particularly loyal to the eldest, and was known as Cold-Blooded Hangman. That's the fucker I killed. And then there should be a door right here. This is probably the one I didn't open. I was in here already, I think. Yes. Or at least I think I was. Yeah, no, this was... Yeah, that's the room where that guy was sitting. Bro, you're lucky, yeah. over here. That would fuck your day up real hard. Well, we're in there. Got both of them down. I'm just trying to figure out how hard it was to find the bonus areas in the other DLCs. I mean, DLC 1, in Dark Souls 1, I think there was like a ladder you had to find. But it wasn't too horribly, you know, hidden, especially if you talk to Hawkeye Gal. He would shoot Calamite out of the sky for you, and then you're like, oh, well, now I know there's another boss I gotta go find. Dark Souls 2 Trio was kind of hidden in one of the doors you see early in the game. You had to go up through it, and eventually a pathway to it. Undead Cave, it was a separate area. Iron King, it was also a separate area, a little hidden side path. And in the third one, you had to get a key, unlock a door, and there was a bonfire, then you took the coffin down to Frozen Tundra, which was another side area. Wow. I spent about an hour wandering around looking for stuff, trying to find new areas, and things of that sort. And I did find a lot of new items, so I'm gonna go over them right now. We'll go down here so there's more lighting. Alright, let's see what we got here. A lot of them are weapons, so we picked up the Crow Quills. It's a neat rapier claw combo, and the coolest moveset it has is its weapon art, where you go R2 or L2 R2. He jumps up, slashes, throws the daggers out, and then does a poke with his rapier. And then it has a bunch of other you know, movesets like that one if you go L1 L1. Very cool weapon. Got a lot of PvP potential. Next we have Earth Seeker. Now a couple episodes ago when I was wandering through the snowy mountain pass, and there was that pit where I was down in it, and all of a sudden the ground was like exploding underneath me and I had no idea what was going on. There was a guy, an enemy, using this weapon, and its weapon art does that. You slam it against the ground. No. But you slam it against the ground, and then it creates like an earthquake / explosion underneath the enemy of your choice. Now, I can't do it just because I don't have the attributes to use it, but that's what it does. It's got, you know, a standard axe moveset. I don't believe it has anything too special. But that's Earthseeker. Next we have Quakestone Hammer, which is what those bigger enemies are using. And that is the L to R2 combo. Kind of neat. Looks like it'll have a lot of poise potential for PvP, especially since they just buffed it. We also got the Follower Saber. This was found on the root system on the way down to the optional boss, the Grave Tender duo. Follower Saber right here. It's a curved sword. Standard curved sword moveset. Kind of a unique weapon. Not bad, I like it. Another curved sword to add to the game. D&D scaling, not great, but it's not horrible. Could be E, and no one likes E. That is all the weapons I found. Armor sets. I found Gale's armor set, which was the guy from the beginning of the game, who let us enter the DLC or enter the Painted World with that scrap he had us touch. So it is the Slave Knight set, and that is his hood. That is his armor. Those are his gloves. And those are his boots. Decent set. Aesthetics are pretty cool. Now, I've spent a lot of time wandering, and it gets to the point where it's just a waste of time. Especially when you're almost 100% or are 100% that you've exhausted all your options. So I took to the wiki, the Dark Souls 3 wiki, and I was trying to confirm or deny all the stuff that I missed or didn't miss. And we'll start with weapons. I do have every weapon in the game except for one of Frida boss's weapons, because you'd have to kill her twice to get both her weapons. And that is the whip, the Rose of Ariandel, that I'm missing. So I have all those. I have all the shields. I have all the armor sets except for the common pleb enemies you fight in the beginning when you first enter the DLC, like the guys with the flamethrower torches. I don't have that armor set, but I'm guessing that's just rare drops. The armor set where the guys are wearing like the helms with like deer antlers on it, you can get that once you turn in the Captain's Ashes to the Shrine Maiden, and you can buy the whole set there. And then the other sets you just pick up from soul packets, such as Wilhelm and Gale's. The only armor set that I don't have and don't know how to get is the Ordained set, which is what Frida is wearing during her boss fight. Shields, weapons, armors, all pretty much locked up on those. As far as bosses, according to the wiki, which sucks, apparently there's only 2 bosses and no more areas as far as the wiki is concerned, and a lot of other people's. So that kind of sucks. It's kind of a letdown. I really wish they would have put at least 3 in, and at least 2 areas, like maybe like a subset area to this Painted World. I mean, even as simple as like the Painted fucking Cave, you know what I mean? Kind of like they did in Shalva Sanctum City, where they put the Cave of the Dead where you fight Trio. But yeah. So, if you couldn't already tell, this is the end of the first Dark Souls 3 DLC. Now, final thoughts. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to show you this real quick, because this is some new dialogue. Also, if you go down to the town and talk to the chicken man after you kill Frida, he basically just thanks you, and there's a couple lines of dialogue. So go do that if you want to see that, and then she also says this.
I wonder if Uncle Gale has found it. The dark soul of man. I wonder the dark...
And she actually has a third line she says before that, when you first come talk to her, and it's something along the lines of like, Uncle Gail will bring me pigment soon. I'm guessing that's just for pigment so that she can paint with them. What that means, I have no clue. We're gonna let people like Vadi and all that decipher that. The Dark Soul of Man. I don't know if that's a Manus reference or not, but whatever. The next DLC will drop probably January, February-ish, and we will definitely be playing that when that comes out. So look forward to that. All these videos will have gone up relatively quickly, as long as I can edit them and upload them without any problems. So that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.